They'll be calling you a radical. It's a very special, special day for all of you. Everyone. And you know who you are. It's graduation day. It's graduation day at the University of Post-Ignorance. It's been a hardcore class. What a journey. You know, what a path. You know, as I learn as I teach. It's graduation day, so I want everybody to celebrate. Look, when we started this class and you came into this program, you knew it was going to be hard. You know, it's like when I used to teach the #1 MBA, I used to say all the time, look, there's no place for dogmen here. There's no whatever. Just move along. Move along. No place. You're not going to hang in here. You know, this is fucking hardcore, intellectual, fucking, and I require people to do work in the fucking theater, in the street too. This isn't just fucking academia. This is a blend of intellectual property, fucking intellectual thought, intellectual creativity, dynamic, but this is much more. This has to create a new knowledge. That's what a Ph.D. is, by the way. A Ph.D. is a doctoral philosophy that is awarded for at least 3 years of study for creating new thought, new intellectual, new intelligence, new in the street, in the theater, in the classroom. So it's graduation day, so I want everybody to get their caps out, and we've had a few thousand grads. Quite a few thousand, more than that probably. You know, there's been a lot of people that got thrown out of the classroom, a lot of them, but that's all right, I let them back in. And so, here's your, not the plastic, we'll go to the wood. You know, put on your cap and gown. What a classroom, huh? What a freaking program it's been. What a journey. You know, and the thing is, you've been able to do it for free. You know, amazing classroom. You know, on the chalkboard, in the theater, freaking next to the pond. At the University of General Electric, in the belly of the beast. All done at the University of General Electric. Wow. Amazing, amazing program. If you were here for the piece of paper, as I used to say, you're in the wrong place. The mind is not a storage shed. The mind is a think place. The mind's not that. The mind's not that. The mind's not that. I named that painting Academia in what, 93, 94? Wow, it's not that. No. Is it that? Oh yeah. Is it that? Oh yeah. As what a class it's been. What a group of incredible students. So it's time now. It's time now. You got your degree. You know, and I'm a pass-fail guy. When I taught, I was a pass-fail guy. And I taught the #1 MBA program in the world. This is even bigger than that. This classroom, Post-Ignorance, has been the most powerful classroom in the world. We haven't just regurgitated other old, tired, worn-out professors' freaking work, have we? We didn't require you to go buy some bullshit fucking book and regurgitate it. We didn't require you to fucking just regurgitate, repeat after me, did we? Now, we created free thinkers the way the old classroom used to be, the way it used to be. We carved out the chalkboard, we threw, we got intense, we got fucking radical. We fucking debated, we fucking argued, fucking whatever. We fucking got out and fucking did the work. We hypothesized. Hey, Fukushima's going to kill the Pacific Ocean in a very Cassandra-like way. We hypothesized. Then we went out and proved that Fukushima put it on the Pacific Ocean. We did the fucking work. We passed the information around. We shared the books. We required nobody to fucking pay. It was free. Like academia should be and always was. The greatest Ph.D. ever done, you got to participate, you got to watch. But not only that, you got to be a part of it. You are. As I said in the early days, and I had this shirt, you can see it when I led the Million Mass March, when I did a lot of these things. I mean, by the way, the Million Mass March, you think about that. Just, you know, John Anthony and I did, run it by me, a couple fucking guys just show up on the internet, meet together, and show it. You realize how big that is in fucking London? How bad that is when how powerful those fucking guys are? You know, wow. I mean, the things that have been created out of this classroom. The people that have been fucking done, you know, it ripples. The ripple effect. That's what academia is supposed to be. That's what universities are supposed to be. It's not supposed to be captured. It's not supposed to be, you know, Aaron Swartz. He got what I got. You know, we dedicate so much of this classroom to him. To him. You know, he quit. What, 8th grade, started his own foundation, his own group. Fuck, they're not teaching you to think. Fucking go to the internet. They'll teach you how to fucking think. You know, and they fucking fear us. But we fear no evil. So, the activist artists, the fucking work we've done. And I want to talk a little bit about this. When I was young, in these fucking incredible programs that I was in as a young guy, well, I got a girl pregnant as a freshman. You know? Did I fucking walk? Did I walk? Did I play a fucking John Lennon? You know, I mean, my thesis on Yoko Ono, I mean, you think about it. I mean, from 80 to fucking present. From 1945 class, from 1945 to 1980. Class, name me the greatest socialized people, in the pure term of socialism, in the history of the world. First century along the Silk Road in India. Close. All these different places and times in the world. Scandinavia right now, fucking close. Norway, fucking close. Really close. Denmark, fucking close. Well, a few years ago, close. Maybe 10, 20 years ago, close. Not even close now. What? The United States of America, 1945 to 1980? Right, look up, class, in your 7th grade sociology fucking book. The great conservative fucking movement. The far right, self-righteous bullshit. The far fucking left, fucking, I don't know what that fucking elitist fucking bullshit fucking agenda is, but it's disturbing. You know, there's been no dogma. Not one fucking piece of any of these YouTube videos has ever been any fucking dogma. It's not been political. It's not been, you think it's political because you've fucking divided it up. But this class knows. This is the greatest catastrophe in human history. It was called Fukushima. Remember, we started out with BP. Fuck BP. They sprayed this person. BP seals off the fucking public beaches. As we learned the monarchy was back. As we learned the neo-feudalism fucking flight came back. As we fucking learned the greatest cover-up in fucking human history. We learned the captured media. We learned the fucking alternative media. We learned so much about human nature, didn't we? We learned about the fucking evil of the human versus the fucking enlightenment versus the slow. Right through the comments in these things, the trolling. Didn't it teach us all so much about human nature? Oh my God, I don't think you could ever fucking learn that much. I mean, that's the one component. As I teach, I learn. As we came through this, I'm like, wow. I learned so much about fucking human nature. How about influence and how evil it can be. How can it go from good to evil and how it can masquerade itself. We learned so much. But it's time now to celebrate. You know, what do you do on graduation? Have a fucking beer. Go to dinner with your fucking family. You know, take some photographs. You know, and it's graduation day. And this first group, and you all know who you are, so make out your own certificate. I want people to do this. You know, just print it up what you think it should be. There's plenty of sites on the internet. Kick. You know, make up your fucking little degree. You know, make it up on anything. Like Lori, that great. You know, did I have teachers? You know, pets? Yeah. There's one of the teacher's pets. You know, a bunch of them. Young Finnegan, Lori, you know, Patty in there. I mean, so many. And I want to tell this story. I've got to really, where I'm going to go. You know, Black and Yellow Friday, the International Day of Protest. And we've learned that we don't care if 3 people protest or 3 million protest. It really doesn't matter. We have the YouTube camera. Look where we've been in our fucking classroom. Look where we went. Energy Solutions dump site, catching the cows, drinking the water. Fucking at fucking Eugene, Oregon, watching the hypocrites fake it. On Pacific Beach, on Point Rest, seeing the baby fucking sea lions, the humpbacks, fucking watching the dead fucking things. We walked the entire fucking one, slip on the fucking cliffs of fucking Gorda, at the fucking USS Reagan fucking trial, multiple fucking times trying to get arrested by police, SWAT teams going at us for just simply fucking telling the truth, leading the Million Mass March, sleeping on a park bench, fucking in critical condition, sleeping in the Ralph Nader fucking house, fucking getting teed up. In Calgary, fucking Canada, I mean, all over. In New York, multiple times, marching to Hamilton's grave, protesting. We're getting arrested at fucking Occupy, fucking, excuse me, at fucking Floodwatch Street. We hear the voices of our great goddaughters. We got to meet, sit right next to our fucking beautiful friend, Tim DeChristopher. We got to meet fucking Noam Chomsky. We got to meet Lisa Ling. We got to fucking meet so many fucking people. We got to fucking, you know, talk to fucking Helen Caldecott. We gotta fucking meet so many amazing people along the fucking journey and way. We got John Hurley come up to us, fucking hugged us. Thank you. Gotta give a speech in front of the White House. Fucking gotta do so much. We can go on and on the fucking beaches, up and down California, in incredible vistas, incredible fucking places. Gotta see it, gotta live it, gotta eat it, gotta breathe it, gotta taste it. All fucking while fighting cancer. I used to say all the time, and I've had this conversation with a few people. What a evil, the reverse lottery for cancer to go into our body while we're doing the greatest Ph.D. in human history in this great classroom. How horrible. How horrible to have your life struck down one fucking day. You know, when it hit me 4 years ago, and I want people to very much know emotion is a big part of your life. You get depressed sometimes, you fucking cry sometimes, you get fucking angry sometimes. That's the way you're supposed to be. You're not supposed to medicate your way out of that. Now there's certain people that absolutely, of course, because this is a depressing world we live in. We got to stand in front of the debt clock and teach you about that. We got to teach you about fucking Hamilton and fucking Jefferson and the real conception. Got to teach you about the fucking political fucking spin, the fucking liars, the fucking war machine so much. We did so much. We crossed across all fucking disciplines in the humanities, the fucking art, the art, the art. We learned so much about Jackson Pollock. We learned so much about Michelangelo, Holy Moses. We learned so much about fucking Andy Warhol. I want to talk about this as that night that John Lennon was killed. That John Lennon a prick in a lot of fucking ways. Not my words, Julian's. I was a freshman, you know, trying to pick my fucking discipline. I had a teacher, I was like Aaron Swartz, fuck school. Are you fucking crazy? I ain't going to fuck school. These people ain't teaching nothing. But I had one art professor when I was young that believed in me. And you know, and he says, Kevin, you know, I can get you in fucking 8 schools. You're the guy. You know, that's back before you had to even go to high school. I mean, as far as show up. If you took the test, there was no requirement to show up in those fucking days. We had I got a great education in this. The United States education system when I was a kid was fucking incredible. I think about my old teachers. So he's like, I can get you anywhere you want to go. You know, and that back in those days, there was, you know, some great art schools in California. My mother had been to Woodbury, fucking whatever, and I'm like, I don't know, whatever. But I was fucking autistic. I was wild. I had that hawk and trot. I started plastering at 15 because of mycology, and I fucking loved it. I love that long hair down on my fucking back and that fucking sweat coming off me. I love creating with that fucking cement plaster and fucking taking that sand and everything. It fucking turned me on so fucking just, you know, I had my truck and my wheelbarrow. Freshman, got a girl pregnant. But I did the right thing. And you can ask my daughters. You can ask all my children. I raised that girl. Her and I used to sit around fucking on Saturday morning. I'd still be fucking wasted and drunk. You know, she'd get up and we'd sit there and watch Pee-wee's Playhouse, talk about fucking art. Talk about that guy, art. Wow. You know, we'd sit and watch cartoons together. We played together. We lived together. She says, Dad, what a class. She told me this when I was young. Boy, what a student. What an amazing young woman. And all of my daughters, amazing young women. They're like, wow, you know, your classroom was crazy. It was hardcore. It was up, down, all over the place. But, oh my God, what a teacher you were. You know, we don't teach just by our words. Latin again. You know, as I take it for, yeah, a lot of these videos, I mean, I had these great missionaries show up to me and says, Kevin, your language, what, you know, de facto. What is de facto? It means de facto. Well, what do you mean? I just take it for granted. And then I'm, oh, it's Latin. You know, so these phrases, these places, these times. It's graduation day at the University of Post-Ignorance. What a classroom, huh? What a classroom. What a classroom. In the spirit of the old masters. I still love the old masters. They still mean a lot to me. They always did. They influenced me. As Alexander Hamilton said, as a boy, the bastard fucking child, he was heartbroken, like John Lennon. His daddy fucked his mama and left. Left for Yoko Ono, the most hated person in the world in the 70s. Now, all over New York City, in the subways, there's Yoko Ono. You know, and I'm all for her fucking art. She is who she is. The most hated person in the world. Look at her now. Look at her now. You know, she is the fucking art darling. She is the new fucking Deschamps. She is the fucking new bastard son. Another one, fucking the bastard son of Deschamps. You know, that's metaphorical. But the real bastard son, Hamilton, he read Greek tragedies over and over and over. Then becomes the great Greek tragedy. You know, we learned about literature. We learned about fucking different fucking great writers. We learned about fucking so much history. We learned about the reality. We learned about nuclear fission. We learned about fucking how people don't give a fuck about the death of the fucking art and the greatest ecological catastrophe in fucking human history. We learned so much about cancer. We learned so much about ourselves. We learned about that if you're given a fucking death sentence with a doctor and say, come home. No. So she was conceived the night that fucking John Lennon was killed. How do you know that? Let's see, you have to have fucking intimate with a person to have a child. Hello. So, I kept her with. I says, I'm going to do my education. I'm going to do my Hawking trial with her. I'm going to keep that little girl. You know, people are like, you know, you're too young, whatever. Do something different, you know. But the mama, Rika, do something different. You know, and I'm so glad, because I always remember what Julian said when John was killed. Didn't whether to jump up and down for joy or cry. I don't want to ever be viewed in history like that. And you've been able to record yourselves in history as the rats, the fucking trolls, and that's the beauty of this genre. It was underestimated, this great genre. Because IP addresses can be tracked like that. We all know who y'all are. So easy. You know, and you've recorded yourself. Performance art, we learned so much about that, hey? We learned about the international community so much. We learned so much about the beautiful Austrians and how anti-nuclear they are. We learned a lot about freaking Copenhagen. We learned a lot about fucking Helsinger, oh fucking cursed spite. We gotta travel, we gotta do. We took the classroom all over. We went on fucking incredible fucking field trips and did work in the fucking theater. But it's graduation day. Now it's your time. So, my post fucking classroom, and it's free, and my classroom will continue because no one's going to give me a platform, and I'll carve up a chalkboard, and I'll throw chalk, and I'll go crazy like I used to in my fucking class, and I'll cut off my fucking sentences so you can go and you can learn. I break it so because I'm not going to spoon feed you like this. No, you learned. I can't believe what great students come out of this fucking program. Oh, and I know who they are. Dave Parrish, Diane. I mean, I go on. Fucking Lonnie Clark. I mean, I go on and on and on and on and on. Incredible. They're already they're already changing the fucking world. They're already changing the world in a big way with this powerful genre. So it's graduation day. So when Lenin was killed, it all fucking dissolved. Capitulated. We see, right? We know now. We understand. We understand how the fucking oligarchs and the pyramid scheme, and it's all been looted. Academia been looted. Fucking college athletics been fucking looted. The hairspray serfdom fucking government agencies who do nothing, who just lie and suck up our money, fucking do nothing. The guns, the gold, the fucking theater. How about fucking the financial fucking education we got? Hey, when fucking gold runs up to 1900, get out. Go short it down. When silver goes to 47, go fucking down. We learned how about derivatives and fucking hedging our fucking stock portfolios. We learned about buying fucking Apple stock, and you don't have to play the stock, and how corrupt they are with their fucking credit. We protested at fucking Vanderbilt's pace when fucking Apple was passing them out. We did all that. All that in this fucking class, as we learned to fucking hedge portfolios like traditional old hedge funds used to do before the world was hijacked and then fucking hijacked Wall Street. We used to buy fucking puts underneath our underneath our equity that's paying a dividend. We learned how to do that. We learned how to protect ourselves. We learned how to eat the right food. We learned how to survive cancer. The curse, you know, the beast, oh yeah. And you can talk to people, when you're, these types of cancers like less 1% survivors, they call us. That's where my cancer was, the less than 1% survivors. That's what they call us. Why? There's a lot of studies going on why. We learned why. You watched why. You watched why. It turned out not to be a curse, but a gift, because it purifies you and throws the light, which was probably already there. And the light fucking beams, because, like Hamilton, the Greek tragedy, he fucking read. He became it. He understood the light. He understood that he was most likely Cassandra's fucking son. We learned about Cassandra. We learned about so much. We learned about the path. So it's graduation day. This free, incredible fucking university. This great fucking program, and you guys are all graduates. So I'm going to tell this story in conclusion. When I went, you know, as I knew Mick Jagger's girlfriend. Her and I grew up on the same road out here in the country. In the middle of fucking nowhere. Friends. She went from an 18-year-old girl, from a guy taking a photograph her, to the runways of Paris, to one of the greatest designers in the world, so fast, blow your fucking mind. Her real name was Luann Broomhall. So, when she died, I was heartbroken. We all were. A lot of us that know her were fucking heartbroken. So I went to D.C. at the Shirtwaist Fire, as we've lost so many along the way. Chad has passed, that brilliant activist. He passed away. His aneurysm in his head. He was fucking amazing. So we're at the Shirtwaist Fire. This guy shows up. I don't know who he is. He's in that video as we. Let's go over. I tell Tom Blewett, let's go over to another one. Let's go over to the physical graffiti building in honor of Leonard, because that's where they filmed. I'm just waiting on a friend that was filming there. Yeah, I know where it's at. Let's go. So I says, just come along, Judy, that great artist. They come along. And I'm like, just walk in front of it and then turn your fucking head. There's a guy, he's there. There's a guy in the park, as I laid my fucking skins down at the exact spot we learned where Pollock was discovered. laying right there with Motherwell. We learned about Motherwell. We learned about him as we laid as I'm chumming for oligarchs. And we learned so much as people walked along there in the exact square inch because I found a Ph.D. that had been leaked out. And I read it. This incredible genre. So he goes and has a fucking beer with me. He says, you don't even know who I am, do you? And I said, no. We're headed back to that beautiful place in Brooklyn. He says, I'm Dennis Oppenheim's son. I'm like, I says, you know, he's one of my favorite people on earth, the great conceptual artist. Hello. One of the people that fucking showed me. So I asked him simply, what about my art? What about my work? He was the guy. He's the guy at what I do, conceptual. He's the guy. You're him. You look just like him. What do you think? He walked away from the art community. He had an incredible... He lived with Damien Hirst for a while, and he went just like this. The work is fucking perfect. This is what would your dad... We did an interview, the only time he's ever done an interview, ever, at the exact spot where Lennon was killed. I interviewed him. And he, for the first time, told everybody, nobody knows this, my dad had a camera, and he did stuff like you. Like us. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to, in his spirit, and I've got the permission to do it. You know, he'd do them upside down churches. I'm doing one. I'm working on it right now. I got to raise the money. And the thing about, it's been like the incredible museums in New York City. You go to the Natural History Museum, which we got kicked out for doing that gig, but they let us do it. And in fact, the people that kicked it out, I talked to one of them. He actually saw it. I showed it, sent it to him on YouTube. He says, I fucking love it. What a piece of art. That's Eric. That's Eric, just like he used to pose for his dad. He used to pose for his dad in those great things. People don't get that. That's him protesting with this. I think it's so powerful. He's so great. He's such a wonderful person as he's mentoring a young man. That's what he's chosen to do with his life. He's the great educator. Just a young person that he, just a distraught young man who had all problems he's not related to. So he's put his resources into help in the community. That's the kind of person he is, like his dad. Amazing. So we'll move on. But it's graduation. It's time for, we've created. We're going to change the world. These grads, you're the first graduation group in this class. What a journey it's been, huh? So, wow. What a journey. The old mentor. I've had a mentor along the way. He's 95 years old. The old great fucking professor. I go to him every once in a while. As I've been going along on this, and I ask him. He's been telling me all the time, Kevin, you got to finish that book. He's been telling me this for 20 years. You're a fucking walking, talking historian around here. You have to do this. So I ask him about this all the time. Well, should I quit? What do you think? Whatever it is. Oh no. Oh no. You're spot on. This is one of the greatest professors in fucking American history. He's still alive. And I keep trying to get him to do a YouTube video with me. You do it. My work's done a long time ago, you say. So it's graduation day. So here's our, and the reason I use this was knitted inside the bone marrow transplant unit for me. I was given 2 months to live. I mean, how about that part of the fucking Ph.D. inside the bone marrow transplant? We took field trips in there. Of course, only 2 students were able to go because it's so hardcore, but Meg and Melissa went. Talk to them about this classroom. Talk about if this classroom didn't change their fucking lives inside there. First guy that's ever been given permission to take a fucking group and do a bone marrow transplant because the doctors believed in me. They believed in me. No chance. You got no chance of surviving, Kevin. Oh, this dude does. They believed in me. So it's graduation day, and we'll go on. See you on Black and Yellow Friday. As I said, your logo here. This is an organic mutated sunflower blowing in the wind. Somebody called me in the early days, fucking Johnny Appleseed. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm Balco. Stand tuned.